Hey, how's it going?
How you doing?
I've got a World War II flight jacket that belonged to my father and some mission logs that he kept while he was flying around in a tin can.
Okay, that's what they really were.
I came down to the pawn shop today to sell my dad's World War II bomber jacket and mission logs. I want to sell them today because I have no one to pass them on to. I am definitely looking to get $800 to $1,000 because I think they tell a story together.
All right, so this was your father's.
It was.
What kind of plane did he fly in?
The B-17. And as you can see, he kept track of his bombing missions, of which there was D-Day.
Every time they had a bombing mission, they put a bomb on their jacket. To be on D-Day is pretty cool. There was a lot of planes on D-Day. A lot of them got shot down. I mean, this is an amazing jacket because if he flew 29 missions and still lived, usually they got to, like, maybe this first row. It was the most dangerous job in the military, period.
Really?
B-17 Flying Fortress was an amazing aircraft. They returned from missions half destroyed, and somehow or the other, they were still able to fly. The men who flew them loved them. But that said, thousands of them were shot down. So what's in the logs? Is there any here from D-Day? This is all 1944.
There should be, because
right.
he was in flight on D-Day.
Okay, day of days, D-Day. Jesus, I have never seen so much flak. It was terribly accurate, intense, and extra heavy. Had I been at my radio, I would have been pushing up daisies. 7 holes in ship. He moved, he came back, and there were 7 holes where he was sitting. Pretty amazing.
He would also count down. He'd go 10 to go, 9 to go, and I didn't know what that meant.
When you went over there, the number of bombing runs was 25.
Oh, okay.
You did 25 and you were out. I've gotten a couple of World War II bomber jackets, but never with corresponding paperwork. This is gonna make it worth so much more money. What do you want to do with it? You want to pawn it? You want to sell it?
I'm looking to sell it.
Okay. I mean, people like to buy these because they're, you know, they're history, and they're actually pretty cool. But I have no idea what fighter squadron he was in.
Right.
I just want to know more info about it before I give you a price. And my buddy actually is the curator of an aviation museum, so he'll know everything about it.
Perfect.
Let me go give him a call, and
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Appreciate it. I grew up with my dad wearing his jacket, and then after reading the mission logs myself, I am excited to see what the expert might say about the pieces together.
Hey, Corey.
Hey, Rick. How you doing, buddy?
How are you?
Always good, man.
Smartest guy I know.
Cool.
The guys normally call me down here when they've got a really interesting or unusual historical artifact that they need some more information on. So what do we have today?
We have a World War II bomber jacket and some actual flight logs from the B-17.
Oh, interesting.
This is my father's jacket.
Do you know what position he was on the bomber crew?
He was a radio man.
Mm-hmm. Do you mind if I take a look at the flight logs?
Nope. That's kind of why they're here.
Now, the interesting thing is this was not official documentation. The debriefing, that was official, and that was done at the end of the flight. This, obviously, your father, he just wanted to have a record of what he was doing. And it's amazing stuff when you read through this. You know, light flak, bombs away, right wing picked up a hole 1 foot in diameter. I was really scared as usual. What I love in this, he's honest. This is wonderful. This is great first-hand material. Mission logs like these that was just one man's account of what happened on each mission, that's really quite unusual. To have the logs going along with the pilot's jacket, that's amazing because that just brings it alive.
There's a few things I want to ask you about it before I start making an offer on this thing. First off, do you know what patch that is?
This is actually a squadron patch. It's actually the 364th Bombardment Squadron. What is missing on here is it's either a coyote or a wolf's head on it with a lightning bolt coming through it.
The other thing is, why 29 bombs and not 25?
It's later in the war, and my own sense is he probably decided to keep flying. When we think of World War II veterans, we tend to think of old men and old women, but these were kids. And these were in their late teens, early 20s, and they were scared, but they were willing to do the job that needed to be done.
As always,
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in, man.
Good to see you.
So how much were you looking to get out of it?
Well, being as he said it was such a unique piece, I was hoping maybe go to 2,500.
I agree with you that it's a lot cooler now that Mark's came in and take a look at it, but I can't do 2,500 bucks.
$15?
I will do 12. I will do $1,200, and that would be my tops.
Okay, I'll agree to the 12.
All right, it's a deal. You want to run it up, Corey?
Yeah, just follow
Okay,
me.
thanks. We ended up settling for $1,200, which I felt was fair. I feel good, and I hope that people get to experience the jacket and the logs as I did.